Also, hello. How we doing? Hi. I'm arguing with track right now. I should probably go do something else, but, you know, track demands signals, I guess. So I'm going to park that for later. This is going to be one of them ongoing Future Me projects. This is actually the point where stuff essentially enters the base. So it's going to have one on the end, and yeah, traverse across. As it was foretold, you can probably see the track has been normalized into something sensible. As I say, like, I don't think I can really improve on what Stu and Colonel Will and Co have done. I don't think I can improve on it. At least initially, I reckon. Like, I can see quite a lot of clever stuff going on. Like the outer lane doing the crisscross and not the inner lane. And also the doing in steps, that's actually quite clever. So I've taken it on board, the future me to deal with. Also, faster your factory runs, the more a slave of the factory as your left speakers and notifications everywhere. Something went wrong. Oh, it's just going to be pinging you constantly. But yeah, so I'll just continue fixing the signals as we go, either way. Currently, all the train stops are in the middle. Fine, I guess. Fine. And I have copied it down as well. So, in a vain attempt to avoid spending an entire week building smelting, I would like to take a quick tangent to sort out the matter production. So the final stage of smelting, I realize that may sound like an oxymoron, but bear with me, because we need to pink the glass and the rare metals. The rare metals is fine, it just needs a washing plant somewhere, which, oh, come to think of it, I might need to actually do that too. I need one of these things, and then one of these things to turn the, so we turn the raw pink, well, I guess it's more purple than pink, in the pink machine into the blue globs. We pipe the blue globs into this thing, which turns the blue globs back into the pink. And that's the refining process. The question that comes to my mind is, should I put this at the outpost? That's one of many questions potentially plaguing me. So, and the other thing is, hello, what I presume to be Dinobot. Yes, it is a Dinobot. Turn the green into blue, and then we turn the blue back into dull rocks of green. So we almost need a build which specifically does all of this crap. And another one that we need, blammo, is... Ooh, I hadn't actually thought about that. Same with wood. I don't know... There was a conversation that was sort of trailing off at the end of yesterday, or last time, which was actually yesterday, coincidentally. It was fueling the entire base out of wood, which means you don't actually mine anything. That's an interesting idea. That's interesting. Very curious. I don't know if I'm going to go down that path, though. I sort of don't want to go down the path, generally, of just turning stuff into matter and then transmuting it into whatever. I mean, realistically, transmute it back into, like, conceivably, you could have a big, giant storage tank, or some kind of big, giant storage system where you common out all of the incoming resources into matter, and then you pull the matter out to go to wherever as needed. Like it would still pull, you'd pull the matter out, take it to, say, in the case of iron or copper enrichment and iron enrichment. So you have the giant storage thing. You pull the matter out, and then when one of these is requesting it, it goes into there, and then it gets shipped off to be processed, or even that could be part of the process. I think I've rambled on about this before. I could be interesting, but I might not do that yet. I'd like to just do a more traditional Megabase for now. So you turn stone into matter, and then that needs to come back out as sand. Then it also needs to come out as silicon. And that eliminates that entire step. Conceivably, I could common out all this stuff too, but I don't know how much I want to. As I say, I don't want to go into just turning everything into matter and then turning it into something else. That's sort of not the direction I want to go in. Having said that, I could feed wood into that, which did give me an idea. I mean, I could just turn stone into wood as well, which is an interesting process. It is a very interesting process, come to think of it. So yeah, sand and silicon. I'm just wondering. I just can't remember if I'm missing something. I think that's it. Yeah, I need. So what we need is a facility that can do this, essentially. And then it does beg the question: do you actually do that like that? So you effectively turn the immersite, the uranium, and the stone all into each other. But I think to be consistent with what I'm aiming for, it will be a direct process. So stand and sewn, like a direct connected, uranium and dull rocks are connected, and purple to pink is connected, and no cross coupling. This does also beg the question, do I put this machine at the outpost and then pipe the tankers back? And then again, the tankers could go anywhere to any kind of matter unload. Oh, straight away. The eternal struggle. Sort of. I mean, I think the answer is that I don't want those being run around for now, at least. For now. You're complete, aren't you? Yes, yes, you are. Are you? I don't remember what up to. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. Now I have the member berries. There. Yeah, that's all wibbly wobbly wrong. Which means... Should I fix that one? Doesn't look like it. Let's have a look. I did say I was going to fix it and I didn't get around to it. So I was too busy doing the other crap. See, that's still in the wonky place. Yeah, like that there. That's right. I did extend both sides. Oh, if this one's been extended. Pretty sure. Did I extend both? I can't remember. Looks like I did, apparently. I guess I did give future me some concessions. Some, not many, but some concessions to help future me. Some. See, that side isn't done. Hasn't been extended. Means I need to take this build. So let's do that. The other thing with the matter transmutation means it will probably need to be the first build in the stack. Oh, that's a slow one. As in, it would have to be over here. But for my purposes, I'm not actually going to do that. Just swing it down here. I might as well grab all this. Like that. Yeah. Right, let's try and explore a little bit of area. Oh, the amount of space this thing's going to need is ridiculous. That's going to need to go. Probably do have a not that, not that, not that, not that. Yeah, that'll do. Just let that chug away. For at least a little while. It's probably going to slow the game down a little bit. I mean, not as much as this will. I like how the map won't update while it's doing that. While it's doing the charting. Delete all that. It's going to be at it for a while. Oh dear. Settle down, game. And suddenly railway track. Funny just seeing it appear on the map. It goes. Got power. Oh, it's not plugged in there. Just one of those. Yeah. Now it's fine. Is oh, and doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo-ba-doo. Yeah, whatever. Just use the stupid electric thing. Alright, let's get back over to the Invisa build. Let us do things and stuff and junk. Well, the autosave kicks in. Cheating? There's no cheating here. Not at all. I think I might have been a bit generous with 3,000, but at the same time, space is pretty big. How's AK? Zoom in and out, just roll the mouse wheel. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okie day. So I'm in edit mode. Right now, we are working on building the Megabase creatively. Then we're going to dive into the game and do it again properly. It even discovers in circles. Ah, damn it. Might as well just do it that way. These things can only take speed modules. So, take ore in, we spit dull rocks out. It's kind of, like, in a way, it's kind of a bit underwhelming, I guess, to do it this way. Hey, it's the goal. What I'm aiming for. That looks terrible. Okay, let's get rid of that. Sciencing, yes. Or pipe-pantsing. I don't know why I find that so funny. But it is funny. I guess that's because that... So... It's from a Simpsons episode that is generally that was at the time considered to be the most mediocre Simpsons episode that had come out to date. That came from the episode where um, the church is destroyed by Homer because he builds a rocket. It goes off course, crashes into the church, destroys it. Actually, no, I'm thinking of a different one. The one that was mediocre. But yeah, destroys the church, and then it gets corporatized, and Lisa becomes a Buddha. Is the end result. Lurking up for meeting. Alrighty. And some stuff happens, some junk happens, and then status quo. Something status quo. The end. No, I suppose it is still also mediocre. I need to check which season that one is. But yeah, that whole first scene, building the rocket, is entertaining. The rest of it's terrible. There we go. So that's running us a little hard out. This thing is running us a little hard out. So I need to get more faster out of that. Never been a fan of The Simpsons? I think to really be a fan of The Simpsons, you need to have been around when season 3 to 5 was new. That was really peak Simpsons. I'd say 3 to 5, even maybe a little bit later. Could even go up to 8. I know 8 is kind of what everyone calls to be the downfall time, but I've long argued that that is not the I debate that point. Crafting speeds 17.5. Or has it just never been overall? Like, even if you were around in that time. Oh, I removed that. It's sort of head braining. That's really annoying. Just never entertained? How about Futurama? Out of curiosity. Same with, oh, Family Guy's kinda terrible though. Like, it doesn't capture that the same, I don't even know what to describe it as. It just doesn't have the same entertainment value, because no Futurama either. Interesting. It's like, Family Guy is really, it's not a coherent show, and the humor is very in the moment. It's really, it's like, it's really just a sequence of sketches. Probably the best way to, where am I? It is actually me. It's just that I can't hear the thing clonking down, which usually means I'm in map view, so I was confused. I have two. No sense. What are you up to now? 17.5. I can actually understand not liking Futurama as well. Ingredient shortage. Because Futurama can... it suffers the same problem as Family Guy. It can start out pretty good, but then fall on its face. Output full. Same again. I mean, they're still suffering from ingredient shortage. Gotta get a third one in somehow. I'm trying to think of some examples of where a Futurama episode sort of runs out of steam after like the first 5 minutes, but I genuinely can't at the minute. The fast delivery, it is, that's 3 by 90 items a second right there. No centrifuge, yeah, so basically you're taking the raw stuff, turning it into a liquid, and then turning it back into a solid, and skipping the centrifuge step. That's why I'm a bit on the fence with the whole matter system in K2. It eliminates a big chunk of the game, really. What are we up to? Crafting speed of 20. So what are we at? 2k a minute to 12k into 2k a minute. We actually need. Let's see. Kill this PC with Factorio Lab. So Dull Rocks, because Dull Rocks goes into purple tech cards. 3,900 a minute. I do also need it for power, to some extent. I still need centrifuges for enrichment. Yeah, so one of these is actually enough to cover everything. It needs 3 in, though. Yep. Purples? Of course it's offset. Of course it's offset. I forgot all about that. Do you love the new Factorio Lab? It's a bit sluggish, but otherwise it's pretty good. But I guess that's because it's so complicated now. Oh, that's completely filled up. Might as well just let the whole thing fill. Doesn't actually need that many outputs. Probably doesn't need that many thingies too. I wonder. Okay, let's try option number the third. Have 2 of these. They go from uranium to dull rocks and uranium again. Yeah, probably could only get, probably will get away with only 1. And that fits there, and that fits there. Get a better PC. I mean, I would like to. Is very much an option. PC that I have now is getting a bit on for age. I gotta get crap in. So much belt speed. Yeah, much belt speed. 10,700K. It's not bad. From what I remember, though, I don't remember the 10,700 being a huge jump on what I had, on what I have, the 8,700K. See, the next problem will be just getting this thing physically in here. Because it's got to wrangle around the ones around it. Yeah, it is filling up. Still. You went from, yeah, 4790 to 10700 is a pretty significant jump. Actually reminds me, I saw something talking about, I think they said it was 8 cores as the new stagnation. 8 core 16 is the new stagnation point. Just curious. You're not transferring, are you? Oh no, there we go. It needs more speed. And 32, yeah, 32 gig is definitely worth. I think that's part of what's keeping this PC going is the memory upgrade I gave it. There we are. It's like, hang on, I'm pretty sure I rotated that. And that is 2. Yep, 2. There is potential. So what are we at now? 1.9, 1.0. So I've actually lost a bit of speed. So what's going on here? Just braining out a build. Yeah, breaking things. Just calculating out a build for turning uranium ore into dull rocks here. So I'm building a Megabase. This is what we're up to so far. Right now we're in the editor because I'm developing the blueprint. Blueprint for the actual base. Missed this bit. Ah, thank you. Also, sorry I missed it, but ahoy from Europe. Hello Europe. How you with? That explains a lot. Also afternoon. Afternoon's laser. How you been? Been a little while since we've seen you. Pop. There we go. So now it's doing the 2k a minute. Problem is, I don't know how to get more in. No 2k? Hello Australia. Where's Spellmaster? He can say hello New Zealand. Now it's back up to 2. Falls out of range. That's actually right hard up against it too. So my design goal for this is very much to avoid... I'm trying to avoid having trains of matter floating around. Hey Baker, how you doing? Probably don't need these. These are kind of... These were kind of for the smelter. I could probably go straight into that. You recognize that unloader? It is a good unloader. I must admit. It is a good design. I'm really just seeing what I can get out of one of these. Like one entire train load is enough. Just try not to make something half as good as these loads. I mean, I didn't even come up with it. Mine was way off. It was way worse than this thing. It's kind of funny actually, because the reason it came about was trying to have two different items or multiple different items being unloaded into a single container. So you got the shiny pinks, lithium batteries, electronic components, and there should be low density, I think, as well. It's all used up. All in being unloaded in one box. Oh yeah, this ran out of train juices too. Should probably do something about that. Made me say you're way smart enough. That's true. I mean, I did also liberate it from Dennis. Hey, it's Mama Llama, Mama Llama here. How you doing? It doesn't have to be good, it just needs to work. Exactly. As so many other things around here, like as the entire starter base describes. That won't work? It actually does work. The reason it works is just because the sheer quantity of storage. Also, it enables the train stop depending on what's available. So the train, or the train limit, I should say, specifically. Blah, blah, blah. Supposed to be at work. Just checking it out. Just checking. Let's see how it is. Yeah, very long time no see. Suppose let's give you a bit of fuel. Someday it actually doesn't overfill. As I say, the only reason it doesn't is because it won't tomorrow, someday. I never go near the capacity limit. Is what I mean. This thing is supposed to be running to test that theory. Having said that, I'm like, I might be confident, but I'm not. Like, I'm 95% confident it won't jam up. This was supposed to be running to turn that into 100%. Okay, train. Do your thing. There it goes. Low density go in. I love how quick it unloads. Low density go out. What is this? Giant trash train? It was, well, that was a low density structures train. Yeah, close enough. And then that's a giant battery train. Production that's unloading into. As I say, like, it can never have more than one train load. A train load and a half, I think it was, in the container. And even if it does stop up, it'll, probably, yeah. Uh, yeah, should be fine. Don't know K2's got no clue what's happening. It's turning 4 various components into these purple blocks, I guess you could call it. But yeah, the trains are not set to just continuously unload. That's the thing I'm getting at, which is why I'm confident, fairly confident that it won't jam up. This has got this one I'm a bit unsure because it's got a lot of low stack size items. I say low stack size, and K2 changes low density to 100. Increase it by 10 times or whatever it is. Factories seem to work. This one's better because it's 200. I think they all stack in 200. Yeah, they all stack in 200. Pink crystals look nice. There's a lot of pink and purple in this mod. Yeah, the immersite crystals, which come from the immersite powder, which come from the raw immersite. And also gets turnerated into the immersium plate. Anyway, moving swiftly along, the thing that I was trying to do was turn uranium ore into straight uranium. Without using thingy. I might just expand the height. I'm not beholden to keeping it at this particular height. Oh, hey, the map's updating again. That means it's done. That was a lot of map. I like how the three of these things are still a significant chunk of map. This base is going to be stupid. Actually, also wondering in ye olde Vodland whether or not I cut these down because it's going to take a while. Alright, you go over there for a moment. Cut it out. Actually, before I do that, I need to see burp and a bop and boopity bappity. I want to see the craft speed, so 20, and how much I can increase it by. That spacing's so annoying. And it's right in the middle too. I swear it's done on purpose. Put it at the bottom. Can go there. Say where it is. Yeah, that's right on the corner, so I can't move it out any further. East? Yeah. What are you now? Then I think that you need another mod for that. 22.25, so I have gained a little bit. I mean, there would be nice. But I suppose I could try it. Because I just realised. Just the old beacons? Oh, the giant tower things. These... this is a bit controversial, this thing. And the placement, like the way it places the modules is... If it wasn't so visually vague, it also does kind of look like a bit of an anus. Doesn't help. Like, you'd be normally like this, so you don't really see the new beacon. The problem with this, it's a general problem with the Factorio graphics as well, is that it's really meant to be seen at like this zoom level. Did you hear it correctly? Maybe. I mean, it isn't as bad as it used to be, but if when you zoom out, like it's really bright in the middle. It used to be a lot darker in the middle, so it did like legitimately look a bit like an anus. True facts. 23. It's eating the contents of my inventory. Crazy. It's crafting. Oh, right, that crap. I turned it back on, that's right. So it's now consuming, or was consuming, all that. Oh, I do need to remove that. Annoying. Get rid of that one. What I'm wondering... It's like, my thought process was, could I do something like that? I mean, I'm pretty sure I can't on account of the substation and all. Because I also wanted to link these. Okay. Junk that. Yeah. Okay, now it's actually having trouble outputting. Interesting. Interesting. Unique problem to have. Oh, I suppose I could do the outer ones. Wire reach. Ridiculous. Now it's got a matter shortage. You're also having a shortage. We're back at 1.8, 1.9. Alright. Next step is... Damn it. Is to get the next lot going. Yeah. That's 6. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. If this actually fits. Blam blam. Let's get let's get all of this all out of the way. Oh, that's slightly ridiculous. Doesn't leave the trains much time? Not really, no. Just kind of curious to see how much I can get out of it. Yeah, 27k a minute. That's a lot. That's actually... That might be too much. It's interesting, this is still struggling to keep up. These are still struggling to keep up with this thing. Ratchet and reverse it and all that. So these things can have all the beacons in the world, but this thing still needs, like this... It's forever too much. I mean, that is the real question, isn't it? Is it ever such a thing as too much? That's what Well, it doesn't actually matter. It's generating. What is it? Oh, I suppose it's generating four. So whatever you see here, it's going to generate four times that is output. So it's effectively generating like 9K a minute. What did I say I need? It was like 3, 4. So reduce it down to back to 2, and then it's 8-ish K a minute. Basically double was needed. I think the original ones really falls into the category of good enough. I can, it's gone, isn't it? It's gone forever. Okay then. Looking it up. Unfortunately, this doesn't really have a bias. Or it's biased to one side, I mean. Like it doesn't have... This thing's odd and this thing's... Wrong way around. This thing is odd and this thing's even. So it, like, doesn't line up nicely and elegantly. And then... Cut that up. Paste it there. And boop. And boop. Really be like more than enough. Probably doesn't even need these beacons here too. Was it the warehouse into the warehouse? Unload. So it's high-speed unloader into larger container. So these absorb the train really quickly, and then it dithers into here to the bigger container. Quite interesting. All right, so that's actually even faster. 2.3. And 13K a minute. There is actually a good reason to run this at full beacon speed though, even though it doesn't need it, because that effectively minimizes its uptime or its crafting on time, which is a good thing. It also means I'm consistent. Yeah, it just means it'll spend more time idling. It saves on game performance. That actually reaches. They actually reach? Yeah, they do. Now, goes to there. Can't see an elegant position for the rest. Apart from just doing something like that. Yeah. Stop start of the recipe that was going calculation time, not just the assembler running. I don't remember ever hearing that. It was always just the machine running. It's one of those things that's always shifting though, with every optimization update. Admittedly, at this point, assembly machines are pretty well as optimized as they're ever going to be. It's getting the stuff in and out of the machines that's much more expensive. It's always inserted. It is always the inserters. Damn inserters. Why do factories need to insert things? I feel like I'm missing something here, because those go in there. And boop. Oh, oh it is. Does this perform better than the centrifuge recipe? Um, so to make 2.2K, 2.3K a minute needs a lot of them, like a lot of centrifuges. Although it's not just that, it's also the centrifuge recipe, if I can show it. Can't. I can demonstrate it though. The centrifuge recipe generates stone and iron as well as dull rocks and occasionally shiny rocks. And by doing it that way, you don't get any rubbish you have to deal with. So that is actually a significant advantage to doing it by matter transmuting. Yeah, you don't have to deal with this crap. It's the same with the pink powder, the moon dust. It normally generates um, yeah, generates sand as well, and so you have to deal with that. Yeah, they added crap to the output. It's just annoying. All the crusher recipes are something else. I don't know what it is. Oh, I think it's that one. Yeah, generates stone as well. Which I suppose I could turn into not even. Oh yeah, the trains actually do that. Do use that. Never mind. Right. K2's bloated mid-game. The mod clearly just made the slow part of the game, just to slow the slowest part of the game. Missed the llama. Yeah. Thank you, Veldak. I actually completely missed my... completely forgot about that part. Yeah. Llama there is a fellow member of Red Circuit. We actually did a few things together. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember now. Does a lot of strategy games well. The name of it, the space game, it completely escapes my mind. And you were doing Darkest Dungeon on the weekend too. The painting, yes. How well does matter assembly intervening compared to centrifuge? How much resource do you lose by the matter intermediate step? Yeah, it's ridiculous, the matter process. It's 10 into 8, and then 47 into 10. 10 into 8, and then you actually gain quite a lot. Because you're also filtering out the stone and the iron. Uh, Another one too. Random gear. How you doing? Them and them. So, yeah, 60 into 10. Effectively. Not too bad. It's good to hear. Yeah, 47.1, which is a bit of a weird number. Yeah. Normal ratio, it is... Good question. Um, 1 out of 10. But it's a probability of being any one of those. Or is it probability of any one of those with a 25% chance of the other two appearing? Something like that. I suppose you could actually do the centrifuge with the matter. That's another option. I just don't want to have to deal with the stupid, the stupid the stuff. So I'll do it this way. Ah, it's actually drained this thing out. It is a little bit overpowered. I guess it. I guess the reason I can see it being done that way is to. Oh, you're fully backed. They are trying to give you a late game recipe that doesn't make all that junk. Is the way I see it. 18k. I mean, I just got to wait for it to drain down. There it goes. Okay, so it should drop down to like 8, 9. Even better. Can't complain with that. Little productivity in the centrifuge, but I think you get down to 60 for 10. And even then it doesn't... questionable. Away with ye. What do I need? I need one of these. I was pointing the wrong way. Need one of these then. And shuffle a few of these things around. The bronze stamps might be better, but you would need a lot of... Yeah. Yeah, and Aura's infinite, UPS isn't. That's what I was thinking of. I could just go straight up in there like so. Conceivably, I can just slap another beacon down. Not really, as I say, it's not really necessary. Oh, that's really going skew if. There. 2, 1. Actually in line, aren't they? No. Off by 1. Going on. That don't look right. Where is it? Oh no. Fine. I'm sure there was a reason for it. I had some early ideas of capping the loader. Not so much anymore. Should just level out to 9. 53 a minute. There's nearly a train in 2 minutes. Yeah, I think that's a little overkill. But there's no kill like overkill. Oh dear. Now, which one was the one that wasn't done? That one. Sure, let's grab this. That done. This one is definitely correct. Grab this one. Sans those things. And it's right about now that I realise I don't really know where the main stop goes. It didn't work as well as I'd hoped. Can I get it from rotation? Really? I think these were just... these were correct. Except for... I really don't remember. Ah, oh, damn it. I think these were correct, just for the... I need a track. Can you flip now? Yes, you can. Things are just in the wrong spot. No, they're still in the wrong spot. That is overall correct. That is what I copied from. So start with that. Get rid of this junk. It's weirdness. Combinator train, simple circuit trains will deal with that. Then you go there. There goes power. Go. That doesn't look right because it should have been like that. Ugh. Gonna be with one of the train schedule mods. Simple circuit trains is something that I want to make use of eventually. And that will make it so that any train can do more or less anything. Otherwise, that's Like, otherwise I'll just be doing it all straight as it comes. It feels wrong. Aha! Because it is wrong. I copy pasted one off power pole. Right down to the power pole. I might need to spend some time going through with the comb and fixing everything. Does that mean this is wrong? Yeah, that's wrong. Just gonna put that there to remind me. Actually, I'll do that instead. Otherwise, I'll never remember to fix it. Koala beauty sleep is important. Now these should be in the right position. And they are. Okay, we're making progress. Something that vaguely resembles progress. That gets awful close. The lumpy bit. I need to do something slightly different for this one though. Bam. Goes the pole. Right, you want uranium ore. Spacing that much. That's how much goes between this and the next build. Let's grab that. Effectively where the substation will be. And he's going to find the center of it all. Up to like that. Could put it in line with that. There. And then it just continues on up, like so. Cool. That's one of many things that are needed, though. Because we need uranium, we need the pink. The pink's an interesting one because conceivably I could have this at the outpost. But then I'd be driving matter around. How much bad uranium? 4k a minute for the base. Or dull rocks is 4k a minute. Now, I'll go to the effort of putting this in, I suppose. They should. Which one is it? Red wire, top one's green. To remind myself, because I always forget. Why I can't reach, of course. There. About now. Now you can. Wait, that's still red wire. So it goes to there. You're all angry. Might as well make that max reach. That's the case. Get the most out of that wire connection. Better. That's it. I can't reach again. That's one downside to the maximum reach. That could be an issue. I might need to bring that this closer. That's going to be like that. Alright, you'll reach there. Red to there. Thought something was off. Actually. There. At that point, you might as well just bring these in like so. Can make matter blocks? I can. It's not. Oh, but at the same time, it's not so much that I don't want to be moving the fluid around. It's because I don't want to be. I don't want to be turning everything into or if once I start. I think the best way to describe it is once I start turning stuff into matter and running it around the train network, it's 4/5 of the way to turning all resources into matter, pooling them up in a common area and then breaking it out again. So I'm sort of constraining that, if that makes sense. Sort of avoiding that arrangement. Could bring this out further. I like that more. It's still inconvenient though. I might just have to move. How about move the whole lot? Where is it? There, there. It's like out there. How does one work? I think that might be the answer. Okay. Problem is now I've lost where they sat in relation to these thingies. Pop. Yep. Oh wait, no. That's already done. You can't reach again. So try stretching it out. There. Can you reach there? Yes, you can. There you go. Alright, get rid of that. That goes into there. There we go. We got it in the end. Stellaris. There we go. It finally came to me. That's one of the one of the games as Llama plays a lot of. I knew it would come back to me eventually. Just had to retrieve it from long-term storage. Yep. Got to make sure to poke it, that way it, I know I've got it right. Because inevitably I'll get it wrong. Okay, so the first one, west of the train. There. Noises, evil races. How you doing? Hi, everyone. Charge, it's the Viking Evil Reyes raid, I believe. Hello, everyone. Hey! How's it going? It's going pretty good. How'd stream go? You were doing, what were you doing? 7 Days to Die, that's right. I had a bit of a look before. Yeah, how'd that go? Okay, $3.99. It's actually only just one train. Having a blast? Cool. It's a bit of a weird game, that one, at times. Right now, we're just theory crafting out some megabasing for Factorio 2. This is what we're up to so far. This monstrosity. And it's only going to get bigger. So rude rating when you're getting beer from the fridge. Oh, first world problems. Oh dear. Alright. Exactly. First world problems and he knows it. Shamelessly. That's the main thing. Yeah, so we're just headaching out some megabasing right now. I also did actually want that. Alright, next build. I think that's where we can take it. Oh, actually, before I do that, you need to be the thingy. That. Yeah, it's going to send the signal to turn it on/off. Then you're going to be uranium unload. That. This one's going to be dull rocks, and it's going to be dull rocks load, but I suppose I've got one that shares both, but not both collectively together. So there. Done. Oh, that can go too. Next one. I could literally just pick this up, put that down there, and see what happens. Funny that I'm going to be... I suppose... I might as well... just deprogram them. Did I see something a bit funky? I thought I saw something funky then. Might be mistaken. I mean, apart from that... Alright, let's drain the system out. Or let the drain system... Let the drains... Let the system drain out. Let the drain the system out. Something like that. Now you... What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What did I map out? Pink, that's right. And then I need stone into sand and silicon. How much silicon do we... Well... Yeah, we'll jump over to silicon, I think. I just want to see what the numbers are. Oh, I might as well do pink first. Better get it out of the way. Where the hell is it? Where are the pink? 122 crashes. 158,000, 160,000 effectively pink per minute is needed. So that goes in. That comes out. That was intense. Conceptually, I can feed anything into it, as I've stated previously. I am well aware of this. I'm also very dubious of this thing actually being able to run this much raw MSite. Ah, that's why. Oh wow. That's why? Hang on. Oh right, because I copy-pasted them. That's why. So what are we at? 7.2k into 22k a minute. I mean, it's not moving particularly fast. This I am aware of. Make a couple of these. Just to delete things. Like that, and like that, and like that. Which is going to suck everything out. Alright, next step is I need to get more junk out of this thing's trunk. That's even more. 2 liquid per train. What was the thing again? It was 10 to 10 and... Oh, yeah. I could probably potentially reduce it down to 2, couldn't I? Let's just see what the total is. Fair amount. What did I say I need? 160. So I need 4 of these effectively. And how much is it consuming? 14k a minute. I mean, that's like nearly an entire patch of immersite in in minutes. Like, because these are immersite mines, or immersite caves, really. Yeah, and see, it only has 192,000 in it. Which is pretty wild. It's a lot. Just kind of curious to see where it'll take it. Don't know if I'll gain much out of it, but we'll see. Still basically 43. Yeah, this is speed limited now. I was going to say, hang on, that's probably speed limited. Yeah, Immersite was another one that was pretty crazy. $44? It's gone from 43, gained an extra 1k a minute in it. As I say, the downside is it's like a good chunk of a mine every minute. just not sold on how... haven't solved the problem of how to turn this into something useful. Like, into a useful train. Could potentially have the... As I say, I could potentially have this pick it up. I was actually just hovering over the rare metals because I don't use a lot of rare metals. It's only 67,000 a minute total. So there is potential to turn rare metals into imersite powder too. Damn it, I'm already going down that path. It didn't take long, did it? When you immerse into recipes, you'll figure it out. Yes, yes you will. Rare metals go to 10 to 8. So it was like 3.3. It's like 10 rare metals is very quickly turns into a lot of powder. And yeah, 45. Still need 4 of these. So that's 40. No, not 45. It's 60k imersite a minute. That's a lot of imersite. I don't know how well it's going to work. I might need to turn something else to supplement into imersite to supplement it. Alright. Go up one more. Like that. This one's going to be stone, however. If I can find it. This thing's so going to jam up, isn't it? Guaranteed. That's what mining prod's for. That's true. I think I can put more than 2... Oh no, only 2. Never mind. But you're still beholden to a single miner. Right, stone to matter. Matter to... stuff. That thing. Oh, you need a... matter stabilizer. The silicon. That's right, that's weird. Or is this a legacy recipe? Like, because when I looked at this, I was like, oh, you don't need... Like, I seem to vaguely remember you needed matter stabilizers. Ah. Like, I was confused there for a moment because I was like, did they remove it or something? Yeah, see, this one doesn't need it, but silicon does. Others actually need it? Would? No. Water? No. We know that one. That one? Yeah, it does. Or is it just things further down the chain? Yeah, it's further down the chain things. What I was trying to avoid was the 33 filtration plants to make that crap. Oh, can I make the step before it though? No. No, I cannot. Okay. Maybe I'll just put that one on hold then. Yeah, you need it as well. Oh, I need a glass. Do I actually have a glass smelter? Yes, yes I do, never mind. Of course. We spent like 3 days talking about that. Oh, switch over to sand then. Yeah. Doop. And doop, doop, doop. Okay. Uh-oh. That seems like a bad thing. Well, balls. Do I get my paste at least? No. uh, I gotta redo the polls too. Bad panda time. Additional paste settings. That is a mod that lets you paste things into combinators. I might have, yeah, because it doesn't understand. Because it doesn't know how to deal with that. It's actually a long way back too. I'm gonna have to fix all that too, aren't I? Okay, we'll start by grabbing that again. Yeah, is correct, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so I've got my notes still. Let's grab that. Did I catch a combinator or something when I was dragging? Must have. Well, let's continue on. I've already forgotten what I did previously. Oh dear. Now I know. Now I've got to be careful. I've tripped it before and I know it can be tripped. So it was that junk. To that. See, I mean, the reason I didn't. I suspect the reason I hadn't run into it is because I was doing it this way before. Copy and pasting the entire machine over the old one. So this one was stone. Stone into sand. Oh, I need to give it more thingies too. Right, you stone, please. Yeah, works. Get rid of that. Plop it there. It's still going up. Alright, what is that worth? It's probably about the same. Yeah, about the same. So I could potentially get it up to 45k again. What is that? However, It be. Oh wow. It's actually only 10 crushes. Interesting. I did not expect that. Hmm. Okay then, let's take this. Pop it up there. Thought this was not going to be as effective as crushes. Like when I head brained it out, it wasn't going to work. I feel like I've stuffed something up somewhere if that's the case, and I can also productivity these. Get free stuff out of it. Time. It's approaching. Approaching Veldak's favourite time. +20 4 by 5 minutes. That went through surprisingly quick. Right, let's shut that down. What was it doing before? 43. And this poor crasher that's bottlenecked is doing 5.4 currently. Make that 10, 11, 12, 11. 3.1k stone a minute. Stuck at 12. That's all. Okay, that's all it can do. Single lane in. Interesting. I can't get. No, I can't. I can, however, squeeze a little bit more speed out of it. Get rid of that. That. Can I just go around the outside? It's a teeny tiny bit more. Might go up to 14. Not quite. I guess it wasn't meant to be. What did I say it was total needed? 257,000. I reckon it needs 10. What was the previous? 43. That number's... How has it arrived at that number? Yeah, this is what I thought. It was going to be really slow. The right part of the stone... Oh, well, these ones aren't even moving. Yeah, because this thing's... One lane's maxing it out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Why... Like one of these takes it all the way up to 20. From 13 to 24. I feel like I'm missing something. How about I just add all the rest back in? And 4. What a mess of wires. 51. Okay. That is slightly quicker. 15k a minute. That was 43 into... Yeah, 43 into 14. It's actually slightly better to do it this way. Interesting. Didn't expect that. Also, just really that has to be done. So, rushing's the way to go. I don't need to take a new blueprint every time. I know someone's probably absolutely losing their mind somewhere over that. I mean, that's... What is that? That is... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to satisfy. Suppose I could just line the entire other side with these things. These crushers. What do I need to do to get silicon? Oh, that's right, the filtration plants. What do they need? They needed just sand and water, okay. Well... yeah, I'm in the map editor. That's why it says map editor there. Yeah, just theory crafting out the basis blueprint, and then we're just going to take probably take the segments and then paste them in as we go. That'd be stupid. So yeah, 52. I might not only need 5, actually. Right. Yeah, unfortunately for me, this is just going to be a whole lot more of this crap. Oh, I probably need to move that out the way. I guess I'm not going to get my way there, aren't I? That's right. I think it actually touched. Damn it. Damn it. uh, there we are. You go there. I mean, it's still inconvenient. Is that... How did I press that? There. Oh yeah, that's why they're offset. Now I remember. The thing that I was going to do was that. Like, there's nothing that says I can't do that. Well, actually, there's one thing that says I can't do that, and that is everything prior to it. It also depends whether or not it'll actually plug into the wire. And it does. That's convenient. Oh, that's really small. Oh, yeah. Because these are much smaller. And the crush is actually massive. I don't know if I can make this smaller, though. It'd be nice to. It takes up a lot of space. There we go. Such slow usage, you can remove it. Yeah, it's kind of unnecessary, isn't it? What is it? It's only 15k. Uh, I mean, this is really only for the multi-item stuff. That boiled down to 16. I think the answer is 3 per. Right. Right. I need my measuring stick. There. There. Getting closer. Now it makes more sense. End result is there should be oh, actually, I can do one better. It's just this one here is really, really annoying though. Because this thing is an even number, and this is an odd number. Which is annoying. Very, very annoying. Ah, fine. There. Happy? And so now, pull that right down. How about... And there we go. Got it. So what's this? Misguided activities again. Got to the front page. Major check news portal. I'm talking about the minimum decent wage again. The punch is not so decently. They claim that the Czech minimum decent wage is 41k crowns per month. Pretty much in line with the average salary. Not even a medium. Claim that over 63% of the people are below that line. Not symmetric. Yeah, it'll never be symmetric, unfortunately. It's as close, it's as much as I can hide the asymmetry as I can. I suppose I can hide it by doing that. But yeah, you see, the container's always going to be off slightly. It's month salary everyone could have, so basically the same productivity as everyone. Bit of a... Dest I say it, a bit of a, bit of taste of the old communist ways. Unplayable new mod. Literally unplayable. Uneven numbers are sins against God. It's terrible, isn't it? It's probably my biggest peeve against these giant storage containers. The only thing I have against them is the fact that I have to do that. Okay. Now I can pull these back down. It does actually beg the question, can I get 3 on the output? Like that. Function over form. Yeah. It's one thing I have against like the big warehouse mods, the various warehouse mods, is just because it's usually end up off by 1. It's why I do like merge chests, however, because it's infinitely configurable. It actually also occurred to me I could, if I'm inclined, perhaps not there. Why that not look right? It's an Audi. There, offender. Merge just makes train easy. Yeah, it's the one thing. Feels like tax evasion. It really does trivialize the entire process. I think I did once demonstrate using merge chests to substitute an entire, like, 64-way lane balancer. Yeah, see, now I've got 3-way. It's just a little bit nicer, isn't it? And actually, pull it one closer, I just realized. Didn't even see that. Blammo. Amazing. So much room for activities now. For the unload, it would probably benefit from that too. Okay. Aft with the same thing like 50 trillion times. That's beside the point. This is why I'm very much tempted to cut the VODs down into more bite-sized chunks that are relevant to what I'm working on. We also, on a related note, need to get back to that. I think the YouTube's up to part 8 now, and there's like twice as many as that that have been recorded since. So I got some catching up to do. 6, 3, 3. Should sit right in the middle like that. Three, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 1. Speaking of off by 1. Oh yeah, the output. Test the output. Just as you're saying it. It's in this undo somewhere. There it is. Something like that. It should work. Aha. You. Okay, we're on to overtime plus 1. Or overtime times 1. Excellent. That's 13k a minute. Yeah, I was all Captain Blindy before. Brain couldn't brain the numbers. Should be like an even odds thing. At least in theory. It's a theory I could just choose to ignore. 1 and 1. It does... Why don't you line up? I mean, these are the... Yeah, these are in pairs. That's better. Had it all wonky. Okay, you're now making the 51, 52-ish K a minute. Should be making. Now, the last thing is these are actually all pointing backwards. Dear. A space to compress at one rail. So yeah, I'm probably not going to compress the rails any further because I'm sort of trying to maintain the consistent spacing for everything. Potentially I could though. As I say, I'm sort of avoiding it. Having said that, that may change. We'll see how we do. Aha! Those are wrong. Everything else is all good. So next step is to pump it into one of these. Of course, this one's going to be wrong still. Go. I don't want that there. Ah. Of course. Makes sense that it's going to be the flipped version of that. $52, $51, $52. Yeah, $51, $52. That's right. Even the temp trash cans have to be placed perfectly. They do, yes. Yeah, 52. Cool. Okay, so that was a bit of a change of plan. What did I say it was? It was 6 of them to make 250k a minute total. That's a lot of stone. It's actually like an entire row nearly up here. Lucifer appears. How you doing? Semantic government demonstration on Sunday. Lots of people there, but they ended in front of the government building where the PM's office came out on Sunday. And everyone knows the PM is on government trip to the Southeast Asia for 2 weeks. They are very smart people working. We're actually nearly time to end. We're into overtime times 2, just 5 more minutes times 2 now. Yeah, I need to flip this and stick it on the other side, I think. What was the image site? Looks like something. Yeah, I only need one of them. I've already forgotten what the powder was worth. So I guess I'm going to have to turn it on again. Units overtime times 10. Trouble is that, speaking of work, I got to go to bed and get up for work tomorrow. Well, peak and then slide down. Oh, right, because it's only a single lane. It should be two. It actually should be this one, come to think of it. Yes. Was it three? It was like two or three. Oh, yeah, that's right. It lost it because the game crashed. Or the mod thing crashed. No, the game didn't actually proper crash. It was the, thingy threw the exception. Risk everything. And copy paste again. Yes. Doing a cheat. Yeah, we're just preparing blueprints. You are about there, there. Kitty pink, kitty pink. Do this yourself all the time? Yeah. Kira knows. Been here for many of these planning sessions. Quote unquote planning sessions. Also rebuilding sessions, you know, where we pick up a base and put it back down again just to see what's underneath it. I guess you could call it a form of dusting the base. Oh, that's right. I remember turning those around now. Remember that time when I turned them round? That was a thing. Yeah, that cranks out. Can't believe I've forgotten. 54. Still fully stonked. Spring cleaning the base. Exactly. I mean, there's all this sand underneath the base, so we gotta, you know, there's all this sand. It does accumulate, so we've got to get rid of it. All this dust. You know, this moon dust as well. That's not the right one. This is. So that's 54k. Yes. Okay, it was before. Forgotten. 158, so 3. Okay. I can probably go even faster. I don't imagine it's going to go a hell of a lot faster. It'll go a little bit faster at least. I think it gets to 55 from memory. That's just completely different. How different? I have no idea. Whatever. Oh. Are you... ah, that's why. Had to do it. Need to junk that stuff at some point. Yeah, 55. It just kicks up a little. 54 to 55. It's not even worth it. This one's just all kinds of wonky. I think I can bring the improvements here back down. Realistically, I could probably run it into a single one of these things, couldn't I? As much as I'm really trying to stick to the one Kajiga arrangement. I mean, connecting the pipe together might be interesting. That's even more annoying. Stupid pipe on the side. Just inconvenient where the things are. Yeah, like, can legitimately do too. I might as well. It'd be a slight save on, like, it's less beacons. Yeah, as I say, might as well. I was sort of leaning in that direction with putting the thingy in there, in between the two. Oh, I could actually stagger it. There's a thought. Like, I was trying to do it like that, right in the middle. I could just stagger it. That's a future me problem. One pipe keep up? Yeah, one pipe can keep up. Yeah, this thing's cranking out as much as it can. It's quite happy with what it's got. This thing... Yeah, it's really at its limit. Yeah, still 55. I don't think I can get this any much faster. Other than maybe completely surrounding it. Do I have a goal that I'm shooting for? Yeah, 5,000 tech cards a minute is the... 5,400 tech cards a minute is the goal, which is one Factorio 2 purple belt. I might have a play around with this, and then a new build will magically appear. I think that might be the way to go. Same with these. Might make these appear down here and such. And then I can crash this whole lot down. With the new setup you get more output. More beacons. You can now use... Yeah. I agree. I think there's more possible. But we just rolled over to our third set of just 5 more minutes, which means I should really get out of here. Oop, it says. So, let's park it there for today.